Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing Cows vs. Kangaroos Revisited, embracing critical thinking to challenge accepted narratives, a strategic guide to implementing analytical practices for enhanced team dynamics and innovation. When I was a kid, my father taught me one of the best lessons of my life. It was about cows. I lived in New Jersey as a child, and if you ever drove any distance through Jersey, you couldn't do it without passing several cow farms. Every time we passed these farms, my father would point out the window, excitedly saying, "Look, Chris, cows." I would get excited too, pointing at the black and white creatures, calling them by name. My mom joined in the narrative too. The whole family pointed and exclaimed every time we drove by a farm. This was all well and good until I got to school and my teacher presented me with an image of a cow, asking, "What is this?" In my fullest sense of knowing, I proudly stated, "A kangaroo," expecting to be rewarded with praise. Instead, all the kids laughed, and the teacher reprimanded me for joking around. I was crushed. You see, on those long family drives past the farms, my parents hadn't actually said, "Look, Chris, cows." They said, "Look, Chris, kangaroos." And I believed the narrative without ever questioning it. Over the years, we came to laugh about this experience as a family, but in the moment, the lesson learned was clear. Don't simply believe what you're told, even by someone you trust. Take the time to find your own truth and be cautious of the narrative. In an era dominated by rapid information flow and influential narratives, the ability to critically evaluate the stories we're told has never been more crucial. The tale of cows versus kangaroos isn't just a humorous family anecdote. It serves as a profound lesson in questioning the narratives presented to us, from childhood misconceptions to complex professional scenarios. This comprehensive guide explores the importance of skepticism, verification, and the robust analysis of accepted truths, particularly within the dynamic realm of leadership and innovation. The lesson of the kangaroos, questioning the familiar. The story begins with a simple family tradition that led to an embarrassing yet enlightening classroom moment. This anecdote underlines the foundational lesson. Narratives, especially those reinforced by trusted sources, shape our perceptions and can lead us astray if not critically examined. Now, how to do something about this? All right. Encourage curiosity. Foster an environment, whether at home or in the workplace, where questioning is encouraged. Promoting a culture of inquiry helps individuals challenge the status quo and prevents the acceptance of inaccuracies. Educate on fact verification. Implement training sessions that teach teams how to verify facts and check sources. This skill is invaluable, particularly in professional settings where decisions based on incorrect assumptions can lead to significant consequences. Trust but verify. Building reliable relationships. Trust but verify is a principle that, while rooted in skepticism, does not advocate for cynicism. Instead, it encourages a balanced approach where trust in individuals or institutions is coupled with a systemic confirmation of their claims. And here's how to do that. Establish verification processes. In professional settings, set up processes that require evidence or second opinions before major decisions are made. This could involve multiple layers of data validation or peer reviews. Transparent communication. Encourage transparent communication practices where claims or statements, especially those that could have larger implications, are backed up with clear evidence and open to scrutiny. Dissecting the narrative. The importance of being open. The ability to dissect narratives critically is a crucial skill in all aspects of life, particularly in leadership and management roles. Being open to everything and attached to nothing allows for a flexible mindset that is essential for adaptive leadership. And here's ways to go about that. Promote diverse perspectives. Actively seek out and encourage diverse viewpoints within your team. Diversity in thought and backgrounds can provide alternative insights and challenge prevailing narratives. Regular brainstorm sessions. Conduct regular sessions where team members can discuss and dissect current projects and ideas openly. These sessions should welcome contrarian views and constructive criticisms to foster a broader understanding and innovation. Red teaming, critical analysis and practice. Red teaming is a strategy used to improve organizations and projects by assuming an adversarial role to critique and refine ideas and processes. While beneficial, it should be used judiciously to maintain a healthy team environment. Ways to go about this. Implement structured red teaming sessions. Integrate red teaming into your project cycles, particularly for significant initiatives. Ensure these sessions are structured and focused to prevent them from becoming counterproductive. Feedback and follow-up. After red teaming sessions, provide clear feedback and actionable steps to address the critiques raised. This helps convert criticism into constructive paths forward, ensuring that these sessions contribute to positive outcomes. Cultivating a culture of critical engagement. Developing a culture where narratives are routinely examined and not just accepted at face value is beneficial for continuous growth and adaptation, especially in industries like video game development where innovation is key. Some ways to go about this. Leadership workshops. Organize workshops that focus on critical thinking and narrative analysis. These should cover techniques in logical reasoning, bias recognition, and strategic questioning. Incentivize critical thinking. Recognize and reward team members who demonstrate exceptional critical thinking skills. This not only motivates individuals, but also sets a precedent for others to emulate. Integrating critical thinking into daily operations. To ensure that critical thinking becomes an integral part of your organization, it needs to be woven into the fabric of everyday activities and operations. Some ways to go about this. Daily critical checks. Encourage team members to perform daily critical checks on their work, questioning the routine processes and the rationale behind ongoing projects. This practice helps identify potential improvements and prevent complacency. Critical thinking toolkits. Develop and distribute toolkits that include checklists, guidelines, and questions designed to prompt critical thinking. These tools can help staff approach problems more analytically and maintain a high standard of scrutiny. Enhancing decision-making processes. Effective decision-making is at the heart of successful leadership and project management. Incorporating structured critical thinking can greatly enhance the quality of decisions made within your team or organization. Some ways to go about this. Structured decision frameworks. Implement decision-making frameworks that require a step-by-step analysis of all available options, risks, and outcomes. Techniques such as SWOT analysis, assessing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, can provide a structured way to critically assess each decision. Scenario simulation. Regularly conduct scenario simulation exercises that challenge your teams to think through complex situations and make decisions under various hypothetical conditions. This not only improves analytical skills, but also prepares the team for unexpected challenges. Fostering a sustainable culture of innovation and scrutiny. To maintain a competitive edge, particularly in industries like video gaming, where technology and consumer preferences evolve rapidly, fostering a culture that embraces innovation through a critical lens is essential. Some ways to go about this. Innovation labs. Establish dedicated spaces or times where team members can experiment with new ideas without the pressure of immediate results. These labs should encourage challenging existing paradigms and exploring unconventional solutions. Encourage reflective practices. Promote practices such as journaling or reflective discussions that allow team members to contemplate and assess their work and thought processes critically. This reflection can lead to personal growth and better problem-solving skills. Scaling critical thinking for larger projects or organizations. As organizations grow, the challenge often lies in maintaining a consistent level of critical engagement across all levels and departments. Some ways to go about that. Train the trainers. Develop a Train the Trainers program where key team members become advocates and instructors of critical thinking. This approach helps disseminate critical thinking skills throughout the organizations more effectively. Organizational audits. periodically conduct audits to evaluate how well critical thinking is integrated into various departments and projects. These audits can identify areas where further intervention or support may be necessary. Measuring the impact of enhanced critical thinking. To validate the effectiveness of integrating critical thinking into your organizational practices, it's important to measure its impact on performance, innovation, and culture. Some ways to go about that. Performance metrics. Establish clear metrics that can evaluate the impact of critical thinking on project outcomes, such as the number of innovative solutions implemented, the efficiency of problem resolution, or improvements in team productivity. Feedback systems. Set up comprehensive feedback systems that allow team members to provide insights on how critical thinking practices have affected their work and interpersonal dynamics. This feedback can be invaluable in fine-tuning your approach. Final thoughts. By embracing the power of intention and fostering a culture that values critical thinking, leaders can significantly enhance the innovative capacity and decision-making prowess of their teams. The strategies outlined in this guide are designed to empower leaders in the video game industry and beyond to cultivate environments where questioning the status quo becomes the norm and where every narrative is scrutinized for accuracy and potential. In doing so, organizations can not only avoid the pitfalls of misleading or incomplete information, but can also unlock new avenues of growth and success. All right, and that's this week's episode of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. Oh, hi. Man, the episode's over, but thanks for sticking around till the end. Be sure to check out more episodes in the playlist and new episodes every week on Monday. Follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave a review. Thanks again for being awesome.